Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. I am Amy and today I'm going to take you through a nice quick 10-minute strength and stretching for the wrists. So the wrists are just fundamental to so many of our yoga poses, so it's really important that we keep them nice and strong and nice and healthy. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So as you're ready, just make your way into a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, spreading through the fingers, rooting down through the knuckles. And we're just going to start to rock our weight backwards and forward. So if you've not spent a lot of time putting weight on your wrists like this, it might feel really intense. So just take it to the edge of the stretch for you. If there's any pain whatsoever, you've gone too far, so please listen to your body and back off as you need to. Keep a micro bend in the elbows if you're locking them out. Now turn those fingertips to face the outside edges of the mat, keeping the fingers nicely spread apart, and start to rock your weight from left to right. Now turn the fingertips to face towards you, really rooting down through the heel of the hand, and once again bringing that weight back and forth. If the sensations feel particularly intense in one place, you might just pause there for a moment, really feeling into those sensations and keeping the breath smooth and flowing. So if the breath has become constricted and shortened, that's probably another sign that you've taken it a bit too far. Now turn those fingers to face one another. Palms of the hands are still down on the mat. And once again, just rocking from side to side. Now we're going to come onto the backs of the hands, turning the fingertips to face towards us, pressing down through the wrists and gently rocking our way backwards and forwards. Maybe coming back onto the toes, bending through the knees, really pressing down through those wrists. And come back up again, turn those fingertips to face one another and wiggle around from side to side. Now release, take the weight off the wrists, sit back on the heels, maybe give them a bit of a shake out, let the blood return to the wrists and the fingers. Ooh. And then bring the fingers to interlace, drawing the heels of the hands towards one another, and just start to make circles with the wrists, going in one direction and then switching direction. Now switch the interlace, so whichever thumb is on top, now it's going to be underneath, and we'll just do that once again, taking those nice circles and then switching direction of the circles. Release, give them another little shake out, and you're going to plant the hands on the mat and come up into kind of halfway between a forward fold and a downward facing dog. So the feet aren't right next to the wrists, but we're not in a super long downward facing dog stance either. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, keeping a nice long spine. You're going to rise up onto your tiptoes, keeping the wrists rooted down into the mat. So lift up, put that weight into the hands and wrists, and release. Lift up onto the toes, keep those hands rooted into the mat, and just keep going at your own pace. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to release. Taking it slowly. The more you rise up onto your tiptoes, the more weight there will be in the wrists. So just take it as far as you need to. This is also great prep for handstands, so getting used to putting our weight into our wrists and our shoulders like this. One more time, and then come and meet with your heels on the floor, and then step your way out into a plank position, stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists. And let's just take some circles here. So circling around with the shoulders in one direction, rocking forward and backwards slightly, rocking from side to side, and then switch directions. And release. Drop down onto those knees, sit back onto the heels, and this time interlace the fingers and then turn the palms to press away from you. Let's just take a big stretch overhead, pressing those palms up towards the sky, keeping a nice long spine, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. And release. Once again, swap the interlace, so whichever thumb is on top, take it on the bottom, and then press those hands away. Really imagine drawing your wrists up towards the sky. And release. Give them one last little shimmy shake out. Feeling the blood rushing back into the wrists and the fingers maybe. Shaking out all that negative energy. And then while we're here, let's just take a little stretch for the fingers. So pressing back one finger at a time, using the opposite hand, stretching through those fingers. And switching hands. Pressing those fingers back towards the wrist. And maybe just give them another little twinkle. And you are done. Hopefully that's got your wrists feeling nice and stretched out and nice and strong. It's a great practice to return to build up some strength in your wrists. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, maybe a subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you soon.